forward the notes, you can draw that. So let me explain you. Yeah, leave your accessories and focus here. So now the next system or next level is IOT level 6. Here in the diagram, let's concentrate here. You can see the complexity has been increased. Whenever you go to from basic level to level 6, complexity is going to increases. Here we are using multiple monitoring nodes. Multiple nodes. We don't know the count. We are using multiple monitoring nodes. Device, resources, controller, service. Device, resources, controller, service. There might be a 2 devices. There might be a 3 devices. We don't know exactly the count. It depends on what type of application you are building, you are deploying. The last person, concentrate here. What type of application, what type of real-time application you are deploying. Deploying means creating, developing. So this level consists of multiple nodes. At the left side, it is local. Whatever the dotted vertical line I have drawn, at the left side it is local. They are available in a home, they are available in a certain area, building, anywhere. They are connected together. They are available local with a certain distance. Now what is right side? What is right side always? Cloud. Always right side it is your cloud. And there you can see the new block IoT intelligence. And these observer node in the sense sensors. So many sensors have been located in your application. So many sensors have been used. At the local also you have observer node, in the cloud also you have observer node. What sensor you do? You know already. Sensor will sense the things. Sensor will collect the data, capture the data, whatever is happening in the real world. Now same thing. Your controller service will collect the data from the sensors and it will fed to whom? Centralized controller. For this application, we have a single centralized controller which is retrieving, which is updating the collected data into the database. The centralized controller, a single centralized controller communicating with the controller services, so many controller services. Controller services receiving the sensor data. This sensor data is passed to the database by using centralized controller, which is running in a cloud. Means your centralized controller has all the information about your observer node and devices. The centralized controller will check, will have all the status regarding connections of your nodes, connection of your devices. It routes the data to the database. Clear? Say some. Now you have seen a new block here. IoT intelligence or IoT analytics. We call it as the IoT intelligence or analytics component. Analytics component. So what it was doing, it was acting on this data which is available in the database so that your system should run very properly. What it was doing, it was acting on a cloud data. It is a cloud based application. Or IoT analytics is acting on this database which is responsible for processing the data so that your application will run smoothly. Your application will do its task smoothly. Analytic means it is analyzing the data. It is processing this data. Where? In the cloud. Because it is a cloud based application. Understandable? Analyzing means updating, analyzing means retrieving also, changing the data, modifying the data. That can be done by IoT intelligence. This part, this block. Clear? And where it is available? In the cloud. Means you have to access this data by using an internet, by using a Wi-Fi. Now, one of the real-time example is weather monitoring system. For this IoT level 6, a proper real-time example is weather forecast or weather monitoring system. In weather monitoring system, it consists of so many sensors They are nothing but temperature sensor, moisture sensor, humidity sensor, gas sensor. The weather monitoring application has so many sensors. What they do? They will collect the data regarding temperature. What kind of temperature is available in the real world? Moisture or humidity. Same thing, moisture, humidity, and gas sensor. Here we are having so many sensors. So what they will do in real time? They will collect the data from the weather. Whatever the temperature is available in the real world, whatever the humidity is available in the real world, and gas, if there are any burning or if there are any anything is going on, that can be collected by these sensors. That's why observer node, so many multiple nodes, multiple sensors I have mentioned here. And to whom they are communicating? To the centralized controller. What centralized controller is doing? It was collecting the data from all the observers, from all the devices, and where it is retrieving and updating the data in the cloud storage, in the database. Cloud storage analysis. Even it analyze that, for example, if the temperature falls below 10 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius, then it give a prediction that rain may fall. Where it will give? In the application. In the application, you will have a view, you have a visualized application. There you can see that all the data, and if it is a cool temperature, it will give a visualization that it may rain, or if there is a more gases, there occur a fire. Everything will be done under application. Where this application is available? In your mobile or in your laptop, that is running by using the internet. Clear? That code they will dump, that all the code they will dump for this task has to be done means they will write a code, and that can be run by web services. So web services means Google services. So web services means any application running, a pay on go services. Here in this application, weather monitoring system will look for this preferable web socket services. It is not preferable to use REST services. In weather monitoring application, we will use WebSocket. Why? Because I have mentioned the differences also. In REST, each request is independent. In WebSocket, the request and response are full duplex, bidirectional communication, stateful communication, and your WebSocket needs a single connection. Once the connection is set up, it doesn't require again and again connection. It will do all these tasks for a single connection. It will collect the temperature data, it will collect the humidity data, it will collect the gas sensor. No need to connect again and again. Clear? Say some. So it has a multiple nodes. When you repeat it, multiple nodes means multiple sensor. A good example is weather monitoring application. In order to maintain and in order to monitor that weather has so many characteristics: temperature, moisture, humidity, gas, any other things. So that's why we need multiple nodes. Observer node means multiple nodes in our application. They are communicating to whom? To the centralized controller. In the diagram you can see all the devices, all the resources are connected to centralized controller, a single centralized controller, which is retrieving, taking, which is updating the data in the database, in the cloud database. That's why it is a cloud-based application, and it is preferable to use WebSocket services, not REST. Here I have mentioned REST over WebSocket, but that application, real-time application, it is preferable, suggestible to use WebSocket services only. And this database available in the cloud. It is not available in the system hardware. It is software. You can access the data, temperature by using the internet, by using an application. That application will be run in your mobile laptop. And the last part, IoT intelligence. They have a certain intelligence. What this do in this application, weather monitoring, it will predict. It will give a prediction. It It will give a visualization in the app to the user. Intelligence name itself telling that it will give a visualization, a video, a picture in your application in the mobile, so that the farmer or the one who is using this application, they can have the views, all the data. If it is going to rain, fall, it will predict that might be today it may fall rain. There may occur rain in this area. Understandable? Yeah. That's why it was doing a prediction. That's why IoT level 6 is a complex one. It's a complex system. Clear? Might be the diagram is somewhat critical. Write down very properly, or I will take a picture from the textbook and forward it in the group. If there are any confusion, you can note it down very properly. Like these lines are going here and there and all, but they are very properly connected. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Who is writing next one? Maths.